emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hello and welcome to the Final Order Report, where we bring you a hand-picked selection of comics and graphic novels before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday at noon. That's March 17th at noon. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as April 16th or sooner. We'll see. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let's take you on a little trip through Comichub. Once you sign into Comichub, you'll see the orange banner. Behind that is all the things that you've ordered and are in store waiting for you to pay for and pick up. Behind the green banner is all of the carousels we will be using today. Click through there. Once you see that, we got a bunch of carousels. The top one is the current search. Below that is preview pages. Then we got the orders due Sunday last call. That is the main carousel we will be using today. Below that are carousels for next Wednesday's items. That's everything on my invoices ready to hit the shelf on Wednesday, March 19th. And below that are carousels for events and crossovers. This is for One World Under Doom. We got one for We Are Yesterday, etc., etc. All right, let's scroll back up to the last call. Click through, and now you'll notice we scroll up and down, and we've got these buttons here for alphanumeric filters and drop downs for publisher, category, brand, etc. Okay, back out here. And the first thing we will be looking at today in the Final Order Report is this awesome band photo of Klezmageddon. This is the band that is so generously allowed us to play their music for this episode of the Final Order Report. Klezmageddon's release will be coming out soon. Hopefully they'll get their own YouTube channel soon. Klezmageddon. All right. Our first spotlight today is Final Order Report on Small Press Comics. Okay. Let's see. First in the small press is we got Don't Run with Scissors. This is a new series from Keen Spot Publishing and writer Francesco Perillo with art and interiors by Stefano Cartacelli, who did this A cover, as well as the B, C, D, etc. Don't Run with Scissors. In 1982, a tranquil town becomes the backdrop for a series of eerie and unsettling events. As unsettling as these covers, no doubt. Available on April 23rd from Keen Spot Entertainment. Next up over at Sumerian Comics. Pardon me. Over at Sumerian Comics, we got Pin Apocalypse, second printings with a bunch of different covers, all from Andrew Tarasov. These will be available on April 16th. I've got plenty of the first prints in various covers, so I probably won't be ordering these. But if you're interested, place your orders through Comichub by Monday. Next up, we got Risk, #1 from Black Box Comics. DG Chichester and Mannix Francisco, who did this A cover. And a B cover by Francisco as well. Risk #1. Boom Studios has Last Boy #2 on order. I think we're getting #1 next week. This is written by Dan Panosian with art by Alessio Avallone. And a B cover from Elizabeth Torque. Very cool. Love that, Elizabeth Torque. Minor Arcana comes back with issue 6 from Jeff Lemire, who did this A cover. A B cover from Laura Perez. And a Miguel Mercado Boom 20th anniversary variant. Who's that? I don't know. Kind of looks like Stephanie Hans. No indication. This G reveal variant from Minor Arcana #6. Dark Horse Comics debuts a new series from writer Cullen Bunn with art by A.C. Zamudio called Arcana Royale. Available on April 23rd. Also from Dark Horse, from the world of Minor Threats, Welcome to Twilight #2. #1 just debuted this last week with interior art by Michael Allred. It was very, very pretty. This has interiors by Sue Lee, and this cover by Scott Hepburn. This cover by Sue Lee. Dark Horse also premieres The Witcher, The Bear and the Butterfly #1 from writer Simon Spurrier and artist Stephen Green, who did this A cover. It's a very nice cover. Goats, goats, goats! Goats and wolves. A B cover from Matthias Deulius. Aaron Campbell and Tim Von Ruden on the Witcher, The Bear, and the Butterfly. Ooh, screwed that up. Hold up. Next up, we got Star Wars Hyperspace Stories. There it is. This is Codebreaker #1 from Ethan Sachs and Mark Yarza on interiors with an A cover by Diego Galinda. And a B cover from Pi Par, who did that cool miniseries from Image Comics a few weeks ago. Months, I don't know. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories #1, Codebreaker. Also a Sean Gordon Murphy cover. All for Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, Codebreaker #1. Ooh, hey, look at this pretty thing. It's giant size wacky races featuring 40 pages of story and art. Thrill to the all new adventures of Penelope Pitstop. This giant size one shot features 3 thrilling chapters. A whole bunch of stuff. Wow. We got Peter Perfect, Dick Dastardly, with covers by all kind of folk. We got Joseph Michael Linsner, Edwin Galman, a Robert Hack cover, all for Giant Size Wacky Races #1. Dynamite also debuts Red Sonja vs. Army of Darkness #1, written by Tim Seeley with art by Jim Terry, and this cover by Bjorn Behrens. Cover by Tim Seeley. And this Mark Spears cover. Very nice. Got a Nicole Jelinek cover and a Mark Spears foil variant for $9.99. Available on April 9th from Fantagraphics. This is from Oni Press, debuts the new Adventure Time series. This is written by Derek M. Ballard, Pendleton Ward, and Nick Wynn. Oh boy. Anyways, it's got a couple different stories. It's pretty cool. It's an all new ongoing series, Best of Buds Part 1, with a Nick Wynn cover. This very fun David Nakayama cover. Ooh, Trung Yan. Somebody help me with that. And this Tilly Walden cover. Oh, that's charming. I don't use the word charming very often. Look, they're up in a treehouse. A blank sketch variant, a blue Finn sketch variant, and a David Nakayama gold foil variant. All for... Oh, that's a foil variant too. How cool. That's all for Adventure Time #1 from Oni Press. Available on April 9th. The regular covers are $3.99 a piece. I think. No, they're $4.99. And the foil variants are $7.99. Okay, that does it for our focus on small press. Let's move on over to IDW. First up in IDW is Godzilla 70th Anniversary Foil Classics. This features a reprinting of Godzilla #1 from, I think this was 2017 when this originally came out, featuring this Arthur Adams cover in foil with interiors by Simon Gain in celebration of Godzilla's 70th anniversary. Also from IDW, Star Trek #31, which is Lore War Part 3, the big crossover happening in the Star Wars universe. Written by Colin Kelly and art by David Tinto, and this cover by Malachi Ward. Upbeat cover by Megan Levins. Ooh, then we get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Best of Old Hob cover. Best of Old Hob one-shot, reprinting stories from various issues of the 2011 series, all with a James Biggie cover. A charming cover. Also from IDW, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures Continued #24 with the Sarah Myers cover and an Edison Neo cover. That wraps up our spotlight on IDW. Let's move on over to Image. First up in Image is Assorted Crisis Events #1 second print. This was my #1 hot pick from this last Wednesday. It was super cool, written by Dennis Camp with art by Eric Zawitsky. This second print features this overly detailed cover by Ilya Bratkin. Fantastic art. Look at how cool that is. All for a second printing of Assorted Crisis events available on April 9th from Image Comics. Geiger number 13 kicks off the explosive second year of the hit series with this cover by series artist Gary Frank. And this cover by Joe Prado. Ooh, and a Sean Von Gorman cover. Pretty cool. G.I. Joe gets a bunch of new printings. This is the second primary series for G.I. Joe number 3 with a second printing by Jason Howard on the A cover. A second printing B cover by Jason Howard. These are all by Jason Howard. This is the second printing of G.I. Joe number 4, A and B. And then we got G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Jinx number 1. This is a one-shot presenting unforgettable all-new G.I. Joe Silent Missions. This is written by Dan Waters with interior art and this cover by Danny. Very cool cover. I like that. It's got a strong Frank Miller vibes. And this B cover by Jorge Fornes. All for G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Jinx number 1. Image Comics debuts the sequel to Golden Rage called Mother Knows Best. This miniseries premiere is written by Chrissy Williams with interior art and this cover by Lauren Knight. And this B cover by Tula Lote. Yep. This is from a series, let's see, that Kelly Sue DeConnick calls Battle Royale meets the Golden Girls with dashes of Agatha Christie and Logan's Run. I'm all the way in. From Chrissy Williams and Lauren Knight. Golden Rage, Mother Knows Best, number 1. We got a new issue of Phantom Road, number 11. Comes back after a little bit of a break. Nominated for Best New Series at the 2024 Eisners. Phantom Road returns for a thrilling new arc by Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Hernandez Walta. Got this A cover by Gabriel Hernandez Walta and this B cover by Yuko Shimizu. Really? Oh, no, that's Teddy Christensen. Huh. Weird. All right, cool. Spawn 363 with this Bjorn Barons cover. Very cool Bjorn Barons cover. So metal. Von Randall cover. And this Edward Delandre cover. Delandre. The Moon is Following Us, number 8. With a cover by Riley Rossmo. This 10-issue series continues. And also has a B cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. Transformers gets a bunch of new printings as well. Number 16, second print, cover A by Jason Howard, as well as cover B by Jason Howard. Autobot variant. A Decepticon variant for second printing of Transformers 17. And an Autobot variant. And we get a new issue of Transformers, number 19 by Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. I'm sorry, with interior art by Ludo Lullaby? Maybe. New story arc, What Happened to Megatron? We'll find out in Transformers number 19. Also has this Jorge Corona cover. There it is. And a blank sketch variant cover. All for Transformers 19. And wrapping up our spotlight on Image Comics, The Invincible Universe debuts this new series of Battle Beast, the best new superhero series in the universe. Cursed with an unquenchable thirst for violence, Battle Beast searches the universe for the one warrior mightier than him, and a glorious death, his only reward. But even in a universe of mighty Viltrumites like Invincible and Omni-Man, it seems that no one may be able to stop the galaxy's deadliest warrior until he does the unthinkable. Superstars Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley present the most demanded Invincible story of all time. Featuring this a cover by Ryan Ottley himself. David Finch cover. That's pretty cool. A blind bag variant. Not sure what that's about. No extra dollars. So that's cool. Got a blank sketch variant for $3.99 as well. And this cool looking foil die cut mask variant. All available on May 14th from Image Comics. This is Invincible Universe Battle Beast #1. And that wraps up our spotlight on Image Comics. Now let's move on over to DC. We got a big old list of cool stuff from DC this week. Let's kick it off with Absolute Batman #7. The Joker and Mr. Freeze make their Absolute Universe debut, starting here with this cover by Nick Dragotta. This issue features interior art by Marcos Martin. This B cardstock variant by Marco Suyan. Bill Sienkiewicz. Oh my gosh. Let's zoom in on that bad boy. That's so good. All for Absolute Batman #7, available on April 9th. Action Comics concludes the Superman Superstars kind of imprint story assemblage with this unforgettable two-part story written by Poison Ivy's G. Willow Wilson and drawn by fan favorite artist Gavin Goudry. Yeah. Got a bunch of cool covers. A cover here by Brad Walker, David Paratore, Cully Hamner, all for Action Comics 1085. Then we got Aquaman #4. This last issue was fun. #3. Betrayal in Shifting Waters. Uh-oh. Betrayed by who? Aquaman heads upstream to uncover the mystery around the infection of the blue. We got a B cover by David Nakayama, a Marcio Takara cover, and a Tyler Kirkham cover. Batman and Robin come back with issue 20 from Philip Kennedy Johnson and Javier Fernandez, who did this A cover. A Juan Ferreira cover. What's with that blur effect? That's wild. Chris Stevens cover. That's nice. Batman Dark Patterns #5. There it is. With interior art from Hayden Sherman. Returns with part 2 of this second arc in this 12-issue miniseries. With a B cover by Martin Simmons. A creepy B cover. DC vs. Vampires World War V 8 of 12 with this cover by interior artist Otto Schmidt. A Fabrizio Di Tommaso cover. And a Puppeteer Lee cover. We got this new Fire and Ice miniseries called When Hell Freezes Over. I think this is the same creative team that brought us the previous volume, Joanne Starr, and art from Stephen Byrne. Get this A cover by Terry Dodson. David Nakayama on this negative variant cover. A Jeff Deckel variant. Ooh, very nice. And we get a foil version of that David Nakayama cover for Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over, available on April 9th. Also from DC Comics, Green Lantern Corps number 3 from Jeremy Adams and Fernando Pasarin. Did this A cover. A B cover from David Wilkins and Lucas Myers on C. With a very cool Nathan Shirty variant. And wrapping up DC, we get this facsimile edition of Superman number 1. Both Superman and Clark Kent must adjust to big changes in the status quo as the lurking threat of kryptonite is eliminated from the Man of Steel's life, seemingly forever. Reprinting this classic issue from Denny O'Neil and Kurt Swan, along with Murphy Anderson and this Neil Adams cover. Reprinting, I guess this would be issue 233. Yes, which is number 1 in this best-selling comics magazine. Number 1 best-selling comics magazine. I get it now. They're playing with my eyeballs and my assumptions. This classic Neil Adams cover on A for $3.99. Get some cardstock variants by Alex Saviak doing this cool-looking action figure variant. Get a blank variant, all for Superman Facsimile Edition 233. Okay, that wraps up our segment on DC Comics. No, not that. Maybe that. Yeah. Now let's kick off the next segment. Wrapping up final order reports, new comic segment on Marvel Comics. First up this week, we have Cable, Love, and Chrome. This series is written by David Pepos with interior art by Mike Henderson, and this Ian Churchill cover. Got this Marvel vs. Capcom variant. Gerardo Sandoval variant. So 90s. Exceptional X-Men is back with number 8 by Eve L. Ewing and Carmen Carnero, who did this A cover. Chris Giarrusso wraparound Marvel Universe connecting variant. And the Sowie variant. That's cool. Everybody's got funny hair. This is so manga-like without having a manga style. Iron Man number 7 from Spencer Ackerman and Julius Ota with a Yasmin Putri cover. Continuing this crossover with One World Under Doom, The Insurgent, Iron Man Part 2. With a B cover from David Lopez in the Marvel Comics Presents theme. And Nitho Diaz. I like that cover. That's very nice. Power Man Timeless number 3. Number 2 got delayed this week for us. We should have number 2 next week, coming up on Wednesday. This series is written by Jackson Lansing with art by Andre Bresson, with interior art by Bernard Chang. Andre Bresson did this A cover. Chris Giarrusso wraparound variant. And this David Yarden cover. Sam Wilson, Captain America number 4. Written by Evan Narcisse with interiors by Eder Messias. With this cover by Torrin Clark. A Raj Antonio variant. And we'll move right on over to Star Wars. Jedi Knights number 1 gets a second printing with this Madabek Musabekov cover. And yeah. We get a Star Wars Legacy of Vader number 3 issue from Charles Soule, Luke Ross, with this A cover by Derek Chu and a B cover from Stephanie Hans. That's very nice. Man. Superior Avengers, a new series spinning out of One World Under Doom, written by Steve Fox with art by Luca Maresca, with this cover by R.B. Silva. They aren't your daddy's Avengers, and there came a day, unlike any other, when Dr. Doom ruled the world, and he needed an Avengers team all of his own. Christoph Vernon, son of Victor Von Doom, has been tasked with building the newest iteration of Earth's mightiest heroes. But who are these would-be heroes, and how did they come to be the Superior Avengers? Looks cool. I'm in. Spinning out of a fun event. Got a B cover from Joshua Cassara. Kyle Hotz. That's pretty cool. All 4 Superior Avengers number 1. Available on April 16th. Spectacular Spider-Man number 14 from Greg Weisman and Andres Ginole with this Mark Bagley cover. Andre Bresson variant. Ultimate Wolverine returns with number 4 from Chris Condon and Alessandro Capuccio, who did this A cover. This amazing David Aja variant. Wow, that should have been the thumbnail. No, that's cool. The Winter Soldier thaws. Yeah, he does. We got this Lionel Yu cover. Ultimate Magic. That's cool. Web of Venomverse has this new miniseries, Fresh Brains. Written by Matthew Groom with interior art by Chris Allen. And this Luciano Vecchio cover. The Venomverse is upon us. The existence of Venom and symbiotes across the entire Venomverse will be at stake if they go head-to-head with their spidery counterparts to defend the symbiote hive mind from the Spider-Verse. As an 8-legged fight creeps to the surface, meet the 3 new symbiotes who would put the spiders at the edge of their webs. Which of them has what it takes? Could it be the devious Venom Mouse? Serious? There it is. The disorderly Katie Power. Oh boy. Or a whole new Eddie Brock. Read and find out with this B cover from Ario Anandito. Bring that up a little bit here. A Derek Chu variant. Ooh, super creepy. All 4 Web of Venomverse. Fresh Brains number 1. Werewolf by Night Red Band number 9. It's that Polybag series written by Jason Liu with art by Sergio Davia and this A cover by E.M. Gist. And this Jay Gonzo cover is pretty sweet. Also, cool backdrop for me. X Factor number 9. Oh my gosh. When Havoc was team leader of X Factor, he handled all manner of distasteful missions for questionable interests. Uh-oh, I ruined the surprise. Mark, what kind of black ops assignment could they have for him now that he's a disgraced civilian And what is his replacement? Archangel. Think about bringing Havoc back into the fold. From Mark Russell and Bob Quinn, you get this Greg Land cover. David Messina, all for X Factor number 9. All right. Just a couple things left. This is not the star of the show somehow. But it is round 3 in Godzilla versus Spider-Man. Fresh from the original Secret Wars, Peter Parker, aka the Amazing Spider-Man, returns to Earth with a spiffy new alien costume without a care in the world, except for a complicated love triangle with MJ and Black Cat. And unbelievable pressure at the Daily Bugle, rent bills, supervillains, and Godzilla is in the New York City with all of his destructive power aimed squarely at the wall crawler. Don't miss the 2 most popular characters in pop culture history. Absolutely going at it in this giant-sized slugfest for the ages. Round 3 in a series of 6 one-shot throwdowns from Joe Kelly, writer of the main Amazing Spider-Man series, with interior art and this cover by Nick Bradshaw. This Jerry Ordway, King of the Monsters homage variant. This Lee Garbett versus variant. Charming. My new word. And, we get another Nick Bradshaw monster homage. Baby, I Love You, Godzilla vs. Spider-Man number 1 from Joe Kelly, Nick Bradshaw, available on April 30th. And capping off our big final order report is Wolverine number 8, celebrating 400 issues of Wolverine with the fight of his life. A massive issue you cannot afford to miss. Wolverine faces off with the Adamantine. The Wendigo is pulled into a deadly trap as a specter from Wolverine's past emerges, and the Wolverine story you never thought you'd see begins here. Plus, a special celebratory bonus story by Daniel Warren Johnson. Several key appearances are contained in this issue. They're coming right out and telling you, folks. Wolverine number 8, celebrating 400 issues of Wolverine, written by Saladin Ahmed, with interior art by Martin Kokolo, who did this A cover, a Andy Kubert cover, this Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom variant, this amazing Daniel Warren Johnson variant, which I think is going to kind of call forward to that story that he's doing. Well, let's hope. We got this Jerome Opeña variant and a Simone Bianchi Romulus variant, all for Wolverine number 8, celebrating 400 issues of Wolverine with the fight of his life, available on April 16th for a cover price of $7.99, 64 big pages. Yeah. And that there wraps up our focus on the final order report for Marvel Comics. On final order this week. Yeah. There I am. That's it, folks. That's the top of the list. And you've got until Monday at noon, March 17th, to order these items and many, many more. Please send in confirmed items in your cart before the deadline, please. All right. One more quick segment. Let's see. Nope, that's the one. One more quick segment, folks. We've got some events coming up. Big events, folks. We're super excited. But first, I'd like to say... not that. That's what? Yeah, that's the one. I'd like to say thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in for Final Order Report, even through my bumblings and other. We've got lots more in store for you on YouTube. But coming up on Monday, March 17th, the third Monday of the month, is Brain Candy 66. This month featuring poetry from Jeff Cass, the prose of Aubrey Adkins, Michelle Held bringing us some amazing music, coming back to make some amazing music for us, and Alice V. Schneider providing visual art. It all happens for free, provided by the performers, the Emerging Writers Network, and held at Green Brain Comics this Monday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, 7 p.m., Brain Candy number 66, part of our 40th anniversary year. And our bi-monthly East Dearborn Drink and Draw returns on Friday, April 11th. I probably should have made a frame for the Batman Hush event. It's around. I'll find it. But yeah, we got a Batman Hush event going on too that I should probably tell you about. Oh well. East Dearborn Drink and Draw. It all happens on Friday, April 11th. Hosted at Downey Brewing Company. For more information, check out downeybrewingcompany.com. Co-hosted by our pals over at Blick Art Material. Friday, April 11th from 7 to 9. And then we got Free Comic Book Day. It all happens on the first Saturday in May at Green Brain Comics. Saturday, May 3rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We've got all kinds of cool special guests lined up to be in the big tent out behind the building where we will be giving away thousands of free comics. We've got our friends from WHFR coming by. And a whole bunch of other stuff we haven't announced yet. It all happens on Saturday, May 3rd. Free Comic Book Day. Woo! And come on back here to YouTube this Tuesday at 6:30 for Brain Scan. It's our weekly live preview of New Comic Book Day. On the eve of New Comic Book Day, Tuesday at 6:30. Get a sneak peek at all the new comics hitting the shelf on Wednesday, March 19th. And of course, place all of your orders through Comichub. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure to send in confirmed items in your cart before the deadline. Thanks for joining me for the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain. We are at Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All of the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comichub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by Brainstem Productions' new band, Klezmageddon. Can you get that up there? Where are they? Oh, I blew my spot already. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. It's 40 years. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.